Hey, welcome to the Word According to me, AJ Tripp. Now, I'm here on Super Bowl Sunday to talk about a great NFL season. We're going to see a great game today. But for me personally, here in Chicago, we had a great season. The Bears went 11-5. They won a playoff game. They lost, unfortunately, to those hated cheeseheads in the Super Bowl, in the NFC Championship game, excuse me. But it was a great season for Chicago. It was not a great season for Jay Cutler, despite what people want to think. He played well, absolutely. He played better than last year. But for a guy who was supposed to be a franchise quarterback, to make him into a game manager just because he had nice enough stats doesn't mean that he played well or he improved, he progressed. He did not, and that's what a lot of people here need to now talk about. Now, I'm not going to get into the old toughness argument or anything like that because you're entitled to your opinion, despite what some people want to think. If you think he quit, if you think he's not tough enough, that's your opinion. You're not wrong for saying it, despite what some people will tell you. However, I would say this. Jay Cutler brought it on himself, and I don't feel a damn bit sorry for him. He's a horrible human being, in my opinion. You know, not signing autographs for kids, the things you heard from Rick Riley about him not treating John Elway or John Lynch, with respect. It's sad, unfortunately, that we have to have him as our quarterback. But we do. We have to root for him, so that's just the way it is. But like I said, he did not have a great year. I don't think he's going to be anything better than what he is now. I think that we want him to be better because we here in Chicago haven't had a quarterback in forever. We want to have a quarterback to put up those Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning stats, throwing for 4,000 yards, 20 touchdowns and 29 touchdowns and 7-8 interceptions. And I don't think Jay Cutler would even come close to putting up 10% of the attempts that Tom Brady put up. Tom Brady had 300 and something attempts without an interception. I guarantee you, he won't go 2 games without throwing an interception. But he's our quarterback, and until those people up there see that he's not a quarterback like they saw with Rex Grossman, then if you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat the future. And that's what the Bears are doing now with Jay Cutler. Same thing with Rex Grossman, in my opinion. Devin Hester, unbelievable, greatest kick returner of all time, could be a future Hall of Famer. Julius Peppers was the man. He pretty much made that defense. Izzy stepped up, became a better player. Anthony Adams, Matt Tawina, Henry Melton played a great, awesome defense. Of course, Urlacher, cemented himself in the Hall of Fame. Same thing with Lance Briggs. I think, maybe start touting him as a Hall of Famer. Chris Harris had a great year, and I was not surprised. I was surprised that Peter King put him as one of his All-Pros, so just because the other guys out there in front of him, Palomalu and Adrian Wilson and Ed Reed and all of these guys. So he doesn't, he didn't get a lot of respect this year except from Peter King, so that was good. The whole thing's in NFL range. I was so happy for Michael Vick. The people out there who hate on Michael Vick, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm not a dog person. I'm more of a cat person. I've tried to put myself in a situation that maybe, if he was cat fighting or something. But to me, they're animals. They're not human beings. I would rather you be mad at Ben Roethlisberger, who even though he was not convicted or arrested or anything like that, only accused of doing something to a person. It was a person, not Michael Vick, who pled guilty to doing something to dogs. I don't find why you would hate Michael Vick like that. I think maybe you should look at yourself as that situation right there. Comeback player of the year, just won last night. Very proud of the man. see what else happened this year. Brett Favre. The streak came to an end. It's, I don't know what you want to call it. I don't want to call it being streak because as much as I hated Favre back in his early days, as he's played on and on, I grew to respect him, respect his game, respect the way he played. And he is undoubtedly one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play his game. And it's a shame. I think I may be one of the few people who will miss Brett Favre next year, and I will. I hate the fact that he went out the way he did, but and the image of the year in that New England game where looks like he's dead and he's in a fetal position and he's being drove off the field. That was just unbelievable. Many other things went on this year. Mike Williams coming back. He was second place in comeback player of the year. To come back and do what he did is awesome. Many other things. Sam Bradford in the year the St. Louis Rams had, the year the Tampa Bay had, I was rooting for them. I was hoping that the Redskins would beat the Giants and the Bears would beat the Packers and they could step in. It just wasn't there for them. They're in a really tough division. It's kind of like with Miami a couple years ago when Brady went down and Miami Dolphins stepped up and took that division. They were going to get better, but they probably were not going to have a worse record and not make the playoffs. And I think that's what you're going to see from Tampa Bay next year. I think they're going to be better, obviously, but I don't think they'll be 10-6, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think it'll probably be the Saints and Atlanta again. Speaking all well ends well if Drew Brees or Matt Ryan does not get injured. There's so many other things going on this past NFL season. It was a great year. My Super Bowl pick went down the drain within the first 4 weeks. I had Cincinnati and Dallas. I believed in T.O. and Chad Johnson now, and that was stupid. Totally stupid to do, obviously. And Dallas just, Tony Romo went down, and they just went downhill. Maybe they'll be back this year. They got a lot of talent. Maybe they'll be back next year with healthy Tony Romo. And but you never know. You just never know. And there are so many other things around. Let me speak real quick on this. Also, this labor situation, real quick, because the NFL is the greatest league going right now. Football has been my favorite sport. I can't wait till the fall. Not only because it starts to get cooler, because I hate the summer, I hate the heat, but also it's football season. And to know that you have football on Thursday with college, Friday with college, Saturday with college, Sunday with pro, and then Monday with pro. It's the greatest time of the year. And some people would say that, this is the greatest time of the year. I don't think so. I think, how can it be the greatest time of the year when the greatest game that's going goes away? That's just my opinion. Of course I'm gonna enjoy tonight. I'm gonna love watching, see what happens. I love draft day, and I hope that all of this stays the way it does. I will say this as well. I have enjoyed this football season like no other because of the Bears, and I didn't know if I was or not because I do not like Lovie Smith as my head coach. With that being said, he probably does deserve a contract extension. Not too much though, maybe one, no more than two, because he could easily screw this up and they'll be back in the dumps next year. So to reiterate some of my thoughts, I'm not gonna question the injury or the toughness of Jay Cutler, but if you guys out there want to, that's perfectly fine. This has been one of the greatest NFL seasons of all time. Today, Super Bowl Sunday, the Green Bay Packers, Pittsburgh Steelers will do good, and this was the year of Michael Vick, and hopefully Michael Vick, more off the field than on the field, can make more fans. I was very happy last night that there was really no booing when Michael Vick was on the NFL Network. They were even chanting his name, and I really adored that. So I'm going to leave y'all now, but one of the main things I'm going to do is I'm gonna keep up with this video blog. I'm gonna try to do this more often. I know the last time I did this was last year, sometime in the fall. But I'm gonna try to do this more often. I'm gonna try to write more often as well. I don't know how many people I have watching this. Maybe it's just me, but I'm gonna continue to do this. So this is the Word According to Me, the video blog with your boy AJ Tripp. Have a great Super Bowl Sunday. And for all y'all people out there, happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see y'all maybe the next 1 or 2 months or so. Ciao.